But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
No, no. There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
Oopsie daisy. This is Kanye West, by the way. He's wearing a mask, but that's him. That is absolutely him. They tweeted from his account while he was on the show. I watched this whole interview beginning to end. This is Kanye West, and he's expressing his love and interest for Hitler. Now, the reason that we're talking about this happened December 2022, I think. Well, as it turns out, Kanye West kind of stepped in it. He realized that he made a mistake. Now, he actually got dropped by Nike, which was basically $1 billion deal. He lost $1 billion. He went from, I don't know what he was worth, 1.5 billion maybe. He went all the way down to like 200 million, and he only had some of that in cash and assets and stuff. He had almost nothing. He'd lost, well, I mean, he still had $250 million. I don't even feel right saying he had nothing, but he lost so much stuff. After he said he hates Jews, he loves Hitler, and he was doing the right thing. Really, I'm not joking. If that clip you just saw didn't seal the deal for you, just wait. We'll get to some other heinous stuff that he said. But first, I want to talk about Nick Fuentes, because he was, for lack of a better term, Kanye West's, I don't know what you call it, like campaign official or campaign manager. I don't know. He followed him everywhere. He went on his private jet. He did everything for him. He blah, 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 all of it. Until suddenly and seemingly out of nowhere, he didn't. Just like that. He was just like not with Kanye anymore at his mansion. And nobody had any kind of explanation for what was going on. Kanye dropped out of the limelight after announcing his run for presidency on the fact that he wanted to get all Jews out of the United States. I am not joking. After that, he just hit radio silence. I think Kanye got remarried, maybe, and his wife caught some attention for wearing an upside-down cross. I don't know. Anyways, Nick Fuentes has a message for us here. He's very upset. This is late December 2023. Got some disappointing news about Kanye. Check this out.
Kind of a big, tough black pill for all of us to swallow tonight.
Black pill means disappointment. It's kind of nihilism, feeling like, things just fell apart.
Black pill for all of us to swallow tonight. Not exactly surprising. Disappointing, but not really a surprise. Our featured story tonight, we're talking about Ye.
Yeah, Kanye West changed his name legally to Ye. I'm not using the name Ye for him. You know why? I believe that his attempt to change his name to Ye was a method of protecting his brand, Kanye West. It was an attempt to not sully the name that he had spent, decades building up. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of protecting his name from being tied to Nazism. Quick interjection, this won't take long. I just want to say, if you want to support my channel, the best way you can do it is by watching this video to the end, or at least watching a little bit longer than you would have otherwise. YouTube's recommendation algorithm works off of watch time. You can also subscribe to the channel, like the video, and check out my Patreon. Link is in the description for that. All right, back to the video. And also, the guy is very clearly, like, he has mental illness of some sort. I don't know what. He says autism. Then, before that, the doctors that were treating him, they said bipolar, and I'm more prone to believe doctors than Kanye. So, I don't know. Is he going to change his name again tomorrow to Khan? Who knows? So, I'm just calling him Kanye. That's what he's colloquially known as. That's what I will continue to call him.
Talking about Ye, formerly a presidential candidate in this election, who is officially up.
You catch what he said? Formerly a presidential candidate. I don't remember hearing an official announcement from Kanye West saying he's no longer running. But, I haven't heard a word. Like, there's complete radio silence. He didn't say to anybody. So I don't know.
Candidate in this election who has officially apologized to the Jews. And last night at midnight on Christmas, Ye officially and formally apologized to the Jews in Hebrew for a so-called anti-Semitic outburst in which he praised Hitler. And we don't know if we're talking about the outburst last week or if it was about what happened last year.
Last year is what we're going to look at throughout the remainder of this video. We're going to talk about his complete train wreck of an outburst in a minute. But just keep listening here.
But it doesn't really make a difference. He apologized, and it's so over. It's a total capitulation. I never thought I would see it.
Okay, so that's Nick Fuentes being really disappointed that his boy, Kanye West, is no longer a Hitler lover and an anti-Semite. You know, a trend that I've noticed, just in general, is that on the right, interestingly, there seem to be two camps, okay? It's either complete, unadulterated, extreme love for the nation of Israel, or complete, extreme hate for the nation of Israel. Now, after doing a little digging, I came to find that those two groups don't hold their positions for the same reasons. There are people on the left that love Israel and hate Israel right now as well. I think primarily the reason the left loves Israel is because a lot of Jews are on the left and their identity is tied to the state of Israel, and so they have to defend the state of Israel, no matter how disgusting and evil the government is, and it absolutely is. So the Jews support the nation of Israel. Everybody else, just about, on the left, recognizes human rights abuses. But neither of those things make a damn bit of difference to, like, the right and how they feel about the nation of Israel. The right likes Israel for basically one reason and one reason alone. Because they need Israel to exist as a country, and they need them to rebuild Solomon's temple, the third temple, before Armageddon can happen. That's the far-right evangelical type of people. The temple right now has not been rebuilt because a mosque has been constructed over that site for like 1,000 years or something. Al-Aqsa. That's the name of the mosque. It's just like, if you want to build a temple there, you're going to have to destroy Al-Aqsa Mosque, which means Israel is now going to war with every Muslim nation. All of them. And there are like there are almost as many Muslims in the world as there are Christians. So Israel's very hesitant about doing that. The ones on the right that do not like Israel don't like them for purely anti-Semitic reasons, seems to me. Like, they just don't like Jews. Like, they think that they run the world and they're, eating babies and blah, 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 blah. I mean, you think I'm being facetious with the eating babies thing. I'm not. That's real. That's a real conspiracy theory. So, anyways, it's hard to know where people fall at any one given moment. But I can tell you, people on the right, I've never met somebody on the right, never even heard of somebody on the right who likes the nation of Israel simply because they like the nation of Israel, completely untied to religion in any way. If they were on the right, I've never found somebody like that. That, for what that's worth, kind of interesting. Hold on, I wanted to find. Let me see if I can find. He said that there was a recent outburst from Kanye West, who obtained the title Anti-Semite of the Year in 2022 by Stop Anti-Semitism, went on an anti-Semitic rant in Las Vegas on December 15th, according to numerous media reports and footage taken of the incident. West also complained of the struggles of co-parenting with his ex-wife Kim Kardashian about former President Donald Trump and West's former business partners in the 10-minute long rant. Wow, he went on for 10 minutes? Oh, please tell me I can access this video. I so want access to this. So apparently this is an anti-Semitic rant from, I believe, mid to late December 2023. And he was in Las Vegas. And he just lost it, apparently. Here's the comment under it before we watch. It's unclear what this remark is in reference to, since as of 2021, the U.S. population was 5.5 times that at 331.9 million people, according to the World Bank. Similarly, the Jewish Agency for Israel claimed in 2023 that there are only 15.3 million Jewish people in the world, which is also a far cry from the 60 million claimed by West, but in the opposite direction. Okay, let's listen.
No, none of y'all motherfuckers here with no Instagram, nobody living, nobody at, and I don't want to hear from none of these Jewish talk about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasnick follow me to the hotel. They killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample.
They killed Aaron Carter. Who is they? Are they in the room with us right now, Kanye? In all seriousness, who is he talking about right now? It's so deeply disturbing to hear this guy's mindset unfold in front of us, right?
You get what I'm saying? Harley Pasternak pusher, your trainer. Harley Pasternak, Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? And then be hanging around these just for the money or some Mike Rubin. Slap the out of Mike Rubin. I see that. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I don't know who he's talking about. Like Mike Rubin? Is that what he said? I don't know these people.
yo,
Maybe they're people from like the music industry or something.
these bro. These niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see the woman? She flips the phone. Oh, that's funny. I love it.
I'm on my Farrakhan Don right now, bro. Because guess what? These Yeezys gonna sell.
FYI, Farrakhan Don, is that what he just said? Louis Farrakhan was an anti-Semitic far-right extremist, I believe leader of Nation of Islam, which, by the way, is not affiliated with the religion of Islam. It's just an extremist sectarian group that excludes white people. It's just not good. It's like Black Israelites level bad, although I think they're different groups technically.
Yeah. They sabotaged the show today. They sabotaged the Instagram. They cut off the Adidas contract. They did all the Then they want to go get light-skinned Ye. You got to...
Dude, who is they? He says they want to get light-skinned Ye. Who is light-skinned Ye?
That's Jerry. His real name is light-skinned Ye, bro. He told me that was his name. It's light-skinned Ye. They want the light-skinned version. They want a George Floyd. They want a Virgil. They don't let me speak at the funeral. I saw 2, 3, 4, 5 white people not let me speak at funeral. None of y'all and Drake.
That's because you act like a nutcase, Kanye. Really? Is this the first time that these dots are connecting? They're not even connecting. This guy doesn't even realize why he's being denied access to speak at George Floyd's funeral or Virgil whoever's funeral or whatever. He doesn't even realize what he's done. He doesn't view it as wrong, apparently. Insane.
Hey, hold on. Be quiet while I'm talking, baby. Drake, I love you. I'm going to get the tattoo. But any of y'all Trav, Drake, whoever, y'all got to show up. And don't tell me I'm talking crazy. Y'all I Pharrell and me. Hey, come on. Me, Pharrell, we broke down this door. We all in this together. We all in this together. And we all dealing with a lot of... We all... And what I'm telling you...
Nobody wants anything to do with him anymore. The line has been crossed. The Rubicon has been crossed. It's over, Kanye. When you did all of that crazy that we'll play in a minute, it was over. Okay, no one wanted to work with you anymore ever again. What the hell is he doing in Las Vegas? How did he find a small group of people that presumably are not Nazis to sit in a room with him?
A lot of people had to say about my Jewish comments, but ain't nobody in this room, and none of y'all entertaining ever said nothing when I was praying to see my kids. One of the last days, what's my that got locked up for the mega salad?
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Okay, look. So Tory Lanez called me. We were
I don't know Tory Lanez.
saying prayers. We were saying prayers on the phone together, and I prayed that day, and y'all saw that and y'all saw when I couldn't see my kids, when I couldn't see Chicago too.
Okay, is his argument here that I wanted to see my kids and nobody said anything when I wanted to see my kids, but when I literally wish death upon Jews and say that Hitler did not go far enough, I'm not being hyperbolic, that's what he said. Like, what do you expect? Really? This is nuts.
All y'all niggas on Instagram got to say. Y'all niggas saw this. Don't tell me about my political opinion. I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing. It's our money. It's our country. It's I stole it from. It's this pyramid.
Like, why does it keep beeping like that? What is that? Is that like me or?
It's our country. It's I stole it from. It's this pyramids.
No, it's just part of the video, I guess.
Pyramids in St. Louis and again Missouri. They stole it. All this America just the latest bitch that been ran through so many times. The Greeks hit her. Mansa Musa hit her. We had her. The Indians and the motherfucking pilgrims. It's the Jewish dressed the same. It's the same. That's the story. They put us in the school. The Rothschilds. They did that. I know Jay-Z back here like, oh, this gonna die now. I've been here for a year, my.
Dude, this is bad. This is bad. When he says, I've been here for a year, what he means is they've not succeeded in killing me yet. The Jews have not succeeded in killing me yet. You know, Kanye West's mom actually had a law named after her, as a matter of fact. She got plastic surgery, but her body was not capable of withstanding, like her heart failed, I think, or something like that in the middle of it. And it is now a legal requirement before plastic surgery for you to have a physical to make sure that you are safe to have that plastic surgery done. It's called the Donda West Law, I think. You can look it up if you're curious. Kanye West claims that the doctor that did that surgery that killed his mom is Jewish. And he did it out of retribution against Kanye West for some perceived slight against the community or something, killed his mother. And he's convinced they're after him next. Seriously, he thinks he's going to die at the hands of a Jewish person. It's insane. The guy needs mental help. He doesn't like hearing that. Kanye, get help. Sadly, we can't watch that entire video, but Kanye West shows up to Alex Jones's show, decides to do a show, and he's describing the idea that he thinks that the Jews are coming to get him, that the Clintons, the Rothschilds, they're all connected. George Soros and everybody's all connected, and they're trying to kill Kanye West right now. This is from December 1st, 2022.
It doesn't matter how on the spectrum you think I am. I have the right to speak out loud. That is our first.
Yeah, absolutely. Speak out loud all you want. But expect to be canceled by your brand deals who don't want to be associated with that insane garbage.
First Amendment. And it's a shame that you have to be considered to be on the spectrum to have enough courage to speak out loud. I do love my family.
Yeah, so Kanye West's convinced that he's autistic. I don't believe it. The doctor that diagnosed him said that he had bipolar disorder. That is what I believe, especially based on the signs that I've personally seen. Delusions of grandiosity and things like that. I don't think it's about narcissism with this guy. It's just, delusions of grandiosity, plain and simple. But, I'm not a doctor. I don't know his medical history. That's just my educated guess.
Right? But I looked at every possible outcome. I've practiced Chinese water torture on myself.
And what did that accomplish exactly? What did he do that for? Why?
I would like skip along Malibu in front of my house and sing, when the Clintons come to kill me, how is it going to be? What are they going to do to kill me? Wait a second. Netton, what do you have to say about this? Netton, don't want to say nothing.
What do you even say to this? What do you even say to this? He brought an orange net and a bottle of Yoo-hoo, the chocolate drink, and it was supposed to represent Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of Israel. And he made fun of him the entire time. He's a puppeteer. He's playing a puppet show where the net was a Jewish person responding to what he had to say, basically. I mean, it doesn't get any more deeply racist and hateful and bigoted and disgusting than Kanye West. It really does not. Short of being Hitler yourself. Not to mention the fact that he apparently doesn't have any idea where he would be in World War II. Kanye West apparently doesn't know how he would have ended up. He would be in a concentration camp just like the rest. You know why? Because he doesn't contribute to improving Aryan bloodlines. Hitler was not just anti-Jew. He was also a white supremacist and wanted to exterminate anybody that he didn't like, basically.
Nothing, don't want to say nothing.
What I'm trying to get at here is, that I don't think the father of the future revolution against tyranny is Hitler.
So, yeah, he goes on from there. I watched the whole interview, and it was insane. The point is, Kanye is gone, dude. This guy's mind is just shot to pieces. If you don't know this guy on screen, he is Gavin McInnes. He started the Proud Boys and ran it as its leader for a long time. And you'll be interested to find he also started Vice News, believe it or not. But, yeah, he's not really a part of Vice News anymore, obviously. But he decided to talk to Kanye and try to talk him out of his Jew-blaming spiral, basically. He said that once you start blaming the Jews for everything, it's a death spiral that ends in nonsense. Like, your life is not any different because there are Jewish people around. It's just not. Find the real source of the problem, which in Gavin McInnes' mind is Democrats, of course. But anyway, just listen to what McInnes has to say to Kanye here. Early December 2022.
This sort of ethnomasochistic cultural suicide tend not really to be Jewish. I call them Ginos, Jews in name only.
Wild name. Jews in name only. Wild acronym.
It's liberal elite whites you should have a beef with.
Yeah, but I lump them all in together. That's what I did. That's
good.
That's why the tweet said that, Jewish people.
I lump them all in together. All Jewish people. And he makes exceptions for individual Jewish people. Like Laura Loomer has a Jewish background, and she is friends with Kanye West because he knows that she's fighting the Jewish blah, 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 just like he is. That is psychotic. Think about doing that to a black person, someone from the black community. Imagine looking at the black community and saying they're dangerous, they're evil, they're subhuman, they're disgusting, they're wrong, they're this, they're that, they're whatever. And then picking one or two out and saying, he's okay. He must have some white blood in him or something, you know. That one's okay over there. Imagine doing something as psychotic as that. Imagine for a moment. The statement Kanye West just made cannot be overstated or oversold. It was psychotic.
Good.
That's why the tweet said that, Jewish people.
Okay.
I mean, McInnes obviously feels like he ran into a brick wall just now.
But this trait, like, you know, blacks are overrepresented in violent crime. But when you meet an individual black person, you don't apply that. You start with a fresh slate every time you meet someone. Do you do that with Jews?
Nope.
This intervention isn't going very well.
He doesn't seem to even realize what where the logic failed. The black community is overrepresented in crime, and there are a variety of sociological reasons for that I don't even want to get into right now. And Kanye West presumably knows those reasons. He knows that, you know, there's more poverty, there's less generational wealth, there's less ability, there's less social mobility, basically. There's more unconscious discrimination against them. Like, you can be the nicest guy in the world and be all in favor of black people, just completely, you know, you treat everybody like everybody else. But that unconscious bias slips in without you even realizing. And before you know it, you have, a list of 10 resumes, and you've picked 9 whites. Why? They were all just as qualified. They were all just as intelligent. It's because of internal, unaddressed bias that you're not even aware of. Tests have been done on this. This is indisputable fact that this exists. Kanye has to know that. He has to, right? He was involved in the civil rights movement to some degree for a while. And what does he say when asked, do you judge an individual Jewish person on who they are, not their ethnicity, like you would with a black person?
Start with a fresh slate every time you meet someone. Do you do that with Jews?
Nope.
Nope. He doesn't. Doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't care. All Jews, all Jews are evil, period. And he makes that pretty clear with his next line.
They don't deserve to be in charge of everything because they don't put Christ in.
Well, how do you legislate?
So I guess Jews and anybody else who doesn't put Christ first doesn't deserve to legislate anything. He's saying he wants to create a two-tier society. One who is allowed to vote and legislate and be involved in politics at all. And when he says in control of anything, he doesn't just mean government. He means companies either. They should not be CEOs of companies, ever. If you don't accept Jesus as your savior, you are not allowed to be the CEO of a company. That's his position, really. I watched the whole interview. That's how he feels.
Of everything because they don't put Christ in.
Well, how do you legislate that?
They need to work for Christians. Jews should work for Christians. I'll hire a Jewish person in a second. If I knew they weren't a spy and I could look through their phone and follow them to their house and have a camera all in their living room.
If he could put a camera in their living room and follow them to their house and watch everything that they do, then he doesn't trust them is the point. He doesn't trust Jewish people, right? Not only does he want to make them second-class citizens where they're allowed to work under the care and purview of a Christian, he wants to force them into like a surveillance state. Does it get more horrific and twisted than this? A lot of Republican ideals very closely parallel Nazi ideals. Like, they both have problems with certain groups of people, and they both want to move the country toward a more fascist, regime, that kind of thing. But Nazism is a new level. You can hit a low that is absolutely unreachable as a simple Republican. And it seems that Kanye has reached it. That is wild to watch, straight up. Check this one out. Same interview.
I think it's awesome for a presidential campaign.
Yeah?
To have some.
So he's talking about his presidential campaign, I guess. The one that's suspended? What? I don't know. I don't know what's happening with it.
Yeah?
To have someone that's honest, that understands the state of the world, and that's ready to listen to what the American people need.
But Hitler's got a pretty bad reputation.
Well, who made that reputation? That
Hitler made that reputation. Are you kidding me?
was made by Jewish people.
Well, the murdering Jews was a pretty big part of his bad reputation.
Yeah, but
And you know what? I'm sorry, man. I protest the fact that they keep talking about the Jews being murdered by Hitler. Yes, that happened. Yes, it was terrible. And yes, they were the target demographic. But there were others, too. Political prisoners of various sorts, trade unionists, socialists, people like that. He was bad for not just killing Jews. If you hate Jews, too, you should be at the very least, outraged over all of the other people that he killed. You should be outraged and horrified by the fact that he literally had a factory where people came in and went into the incinerators. He had a death factory. He had it Industrialized. Death on an industrialized scale. Does that not scare the shit out of you? How can you possibly justify it? Even if you hate Jews. You know what? Even if you hate socialists. Even if you hate trade unionists and Jehovah's Witnesses and everybody that Hitler targeted. All of them. The fact that he normalized a death camp like that should be horrifying in its own right. Oh, and by the way, he targeted black people too. Just putting that out there for you.
Some of it's incorrect. Also, the Holocaust is not the only Holocaust.
That doesn't make it better. Sure, okay. And what does he mean that not all of it's correct? Yes, it is. It is correct. Our modern understanding of the Holocaust and how it happened, how it played out, and all that stuff, it's accurate. I get so sick of hearing these ridiculous games that these people play to just try to wedge doubt in little by little. No, it's accurate, okay? He killed about 6 million Jews, give or take. I'll give him a buffer of maybe 100,000 on each end. Between 5.9 million and 6.1 million. Nazis kept impeccable records. Although they did line a lot of people up along mass graves that those people had just dug and shot them, and they fell backwards into the graves. So, it's hard to account for how many people that happened to. There were Hiwis, which were volunteer forces who came in to help the Nazi soldiers, or just the police. And they were, instructed to do the same thing, line people up along a big, long trench that those people had just dug. People who were about to be shot, they dug their own mass grave first, and then they lined them all up. While they're digging it, the Hiwis and the German police are getting absolutely drunk and getting close enough that, despite being drunk, can still fire the shot pretty accurately. And they were told to aim for the base of the skull, because if they aimed higher, there'd be an explosion. And if they aimed lower, then it wouldn't actually kill the person. You need to aim right at the base of the skull to kill him. That was the expectation. That happened. And, again, if you don't like Jews, it happened to a lot more than just Jews. Apparently, Kanye doesn't believe it. I mean, he said the numbers aren't accurate. Okay, but some of the numbers are accurate, right? Hitler did kill some Jews, didn't he? Some of them died at his hands. And even one is wrong. By the way, I'm wondering if anybody can answer this question for me. I've had this question for a while. Did Hitler ever kill somebody with his own hands, personally? I'm wondering if he pulled the trigger. He did it, or if he always had someone else do it for him. Does anyone know the answer to that? I've been looking for that answer for a while, and it's been difficult to find, surprisingly. Anytime you search the term, did Hitler kill anybody, it gives a big explanation of, all the people who died in the Holocaust. The point is, Kanye West is gone. His mind is gone, okay? I haven't even gotten to the point of this story yet. There was apparently a big explosion by Kanye West in Las Vegas over the Jews that we just watched a minute ago, wherever the hell that went.
They can't touch me. Why? Because God covered me. He covered me. And guess what, Trump? We ain't giving you support unless you get Larry out, unless you get Jeff out.
He's naming Jewish people that are around Trump, I guess.
You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all politicians think y'all gonna just get our for free. All of a sudden, because you got a mugshot, you with us now? No, what you gonna do for us? What they gonna do for us? Y'all done voted Democrat all these times. Y'all showing up with the LV show. These is colonizers. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa.
Well, okay, I can agree with that there's a colonizing issue that's happened historically and is currently happening right now. I agree. Absolutely. The problem is that Kanye West, his information is insane. I don't know where he's getting his information from. It's not accurate, like any of it. Yeah, there's a colonism or a colonist problem or whatever, a colonialism problem. That's the word I was looking for. There's a colonialism problem, yes, and an imperialism problem. There are countries around the world right now that are pushing their way into places that they're not entitled to. Case in point, Russia into Ukraine or Israel into Gaza. There would be world peace if not for those people that are power hungry and land hungry. But Kanye isn't talking about any of that. He has no idea what he's talking about. He heard some fast fact from some Telegram nutcase, some QAnoner, anti-Semitic nutbag, and he's just repeating it. Simple as that. Oh, hey, it's Akon. What's it say? Akon defended Kanye West by calling the anti-Semitic comments a matter of opinion. Really? Akon? Come on, man. Kanye made some pretty decent music, and I boycotted the dude. Don't tell me I have to boycott Akon. That's sad, man. That is just straight up sad. All right, take a look here. So I guess Kanye apologized for, his comment on Jews, surprisingly, after he absolutely shredded the Jewish community just last week in Las Vegas, apparently. He posted this on Instagram. It's basically an apology in, I think, Hebrew. That's Hebrew, right? And let me translate it for you. It says, well, I'm not translating. I'm reading someone else's translation. Translation says, I sincerely apologize to the Jewish community for my unplanned outburst caused by my words or actions. It was not my intention to hurt or disrespect, and I deeply regret any pain I may have caused. I'm committed to starting with myself and learning from this experience to ensure greater sensitivity and understanding in the future. Your forgiveness is important to me, and I'm committed to making amends and promoting unity. Quote unquote. So I'm thinking one of two things happened here. He was in the public spotlight for anti-Semitism once again, and he doesn't like that spotlight. He doesn't want to be there anymore. So he thought that it was better to capitulate to the Jewish mafia or whatever the hell he thinks by apologizing for it. Or one of his social media managers just decided to post it. Anyways, or here's a third option. Maybe he's been watching like a lot of far right propaganda. I mean, that's beyond a shadow of a doubt. He absolutely is watching far right propaganda. Maybe the far right nutcases that he's watching right now are pro-Palestine, and he's decided to do exactly what they wanted, which is whatever they tell him to. In this case, love Israel at any cost, no matter what, period. Personally, I don't conflate Israel and Jewish people. There were a bunch of Jewish people down there by Grand Central or in Grand Central who were wearing shirts that said "Not in our name" and were protesting the Palestinian attacks. And I completely agree with those people. Israel, the country, has put a concerted effort into linking themselves with the Jewish community and cynically using the pain and suffering of people who endured the Holocaust or died in the Holocaust. They cynically use that event to hide behind. And they also use any mention of any criticism of Israel whatsoever. They use that as evidence, if you will, of anti-Semitism. I don't know what's going on with the Israeli government right now. I don't know if it's even made up entirely of Jews or if it's all Jews. I don't know. But I can tell you that they are effectively doing the same things, spreading the same rhetoric, and encouraging the same extremism as other very extreme groups that we've seen in the past. That should tell you something. I would say a lot of Jews do not agree with what Israel is doing right now, are just as disgusted by it as I am. Hard respect to those people, for real. Not easy to avoid the propaganda that is targeted at you by the Israeli government to turn you into a loyal soldier for whatever cause they come up with. So, anyways, Kanye is an absolute nutcase. He's back and forth on everything. I have no idea what he thinks or whatever. I honestly couldn't possibly care less. As long as the dude doesn't make president, he can sit in his little corner, his little bipolar corner, and just lose his all on his own to his heart's content. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. This is just grotesque, man. I don't know what Kanye is going on about right now, but look, his name on Instagram is Kanye West. Kanye West. He's not even going by Ye on there. This guy needs help, seriously. And he's been offered help, and he's had help, and he refuses to take it now. Refuses to work with anybody or whatever. And it's truly disturbing. Truly disturbing. Anytime somebody suggests Kanye take his meds, it doesn't end well for him, seriously. Alex Jones was kind of doing an outro, and he said, "This is crazy land, man. We're all crazy here. I'm crazy. You guys are crazy. Everybody's crazy here, you know." Kind of making it out like, oh, we're all nutcases because we uncovered true conspiracies that, you know, MK Ultra was real and blah, 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 whatever. That's the idea Alex Jones is going for. Just listen to how it played out.
Hour number 2, uncensored with Ye. Nick Fuentes, I'm your guest host here in Insane Asylum World, because the whole world's crazy. All of us are nuts. This is Twilight Zone 2.0. We will be...
So, Twilight Zone 2.0, that means everyone thinks we're nuts, but everything that we predict comes true. Of course, it doesn't, but that's the idea he's trying to convey, right?
In Asylum World, because the whole world's crazy. All of us are nuts. This is Twilight Zone 2.0. We will be right back.
Don't me when you say that.
No, I'm talking about all of us. The whole world's crazy. It is crazy. Everybody's crazy. I believe that. I'm saying the guest host here because these guys are hosting. We'll be right back with hour number 2.
Kanye West is so ridiculously defensive when somebody calls him crazy. There are some negative feelings there somewhere, right? For some reason. Good luck trying to get somebody like that to take their meds. With peace and love, Kanye, take your meds, bro.